big questions for the authorities tonight. It's a new kind of identity theft that you need to know about, and that's on top of a similar kind of crime that's already in the headlines. You're probably familiar with that one, cyber crooks stealing more than 100,000 tax returns from IRS computers. Sources telling us late today that the breach originated in Russia. The scam apparently netting about $50 million in tax refunds, which is really chicken feed compared to what you're about to see. Now, what we uncovered is happening in every state in the country to the tune of $5.6 billion. And you could be a victim and not even know about it. Details now from our senior investigative correspondent, Drew Griffin.
It's a routine traffic stop in South Florida with what's become a routine fine.
Driver, step on out.
He's been arrested for a gun charge before.
This suspect carrying a counterfeit credit card.
Right now, you're under arrest for possession of a counterfeit credit card.
Part of what's being called an identity fraud tsunami, now targeting a much bigger pile of money, unemployment benefits, easily swindled using your stolen identity, and government agencies that seem powerless to stop it. Detective Craig Catlin of the North Miami Beach Police Department says criminal gangs are turning from heroin, cocaine, or marijuana to fraud. Thieves use ATMs and stolen identities to cash in on unemployment benefits that the state of Florida sends them on debit cards like these.
Fraud's better than drugs on the street, no doubt about it.
Because?
Easy money, less work.
Unemployment benefit theft is a multi-billion-dollar illegal industry, stolen right under the nose of the very governments handing it out. And yes, anyone can be a victim, even detectives on a police force.
Someone scammed my identity, took my identity and filed for unemployment from the city of North Miami Beach.
Detective Cora Mann investigates serious crimes for the North Miami Beach Police, but for 3 months, while she was working, a criminal had stolen her identity, filed for unemployment benefits with the state of Florida, and was receiving $3,000 worth of unemployment benefits in her name.
Were you shocked at how easy that took place, considering that you were working the whole time?
I was astonished how easy that took place, and I'm here every day working 60 hours a week, but I'm getting unemployment claims filed in my name.
It's all in the 15 to 25 years old, street-level gang members. They're just using that stolen identity to file for unemployment to get paid by the state unemployment funds.
Soon after this interview, police raided this South Florida home, confiscating the personal information for more than 1,000 people. 3 brothers, one a juvenile, were arrested. Just one ring of many operating in the Miami area. The 2 adult brothers have pled no contest to identity theft charges and await sentencing. No one wanted to talk to us when we showed up at the house, including this man wrapped in a bedsheet who tried to block us from shooting the address and mailbox.
Yo, man, just get out of here. I'm talking to you. What I'm giving you questions for, answering your questions for.
It's happening in every state. Unemployment benefit fraud, including identity theft, is costing the nation an estimated $5.6 billion a year. The U.S. Labor Department's Inspector General called the program particularly at risk for sending out improper payments. And the number one reason they get away with it? No one in government seems to really check if the person filing for unemployment is really unemployed. Wilfredo Ferrer is the U.S. Attorney for Southern Florida.
That seems to be such a simple, basic step. Why isn't it happening?
Because a lot of these programs, these state and federal programs, were designed as programs based on trust. A lot of these programs did not anticipate that we were going to be confronting a tsunami of fraud that we have seen around the country and in South Florida.
Ferrer's office tested Florida's system and found the state makes it easy for the criminals. A name, date of birth, social security, and driver's license numbers, and a series of questions establishing someone's identity is all that's needed. And the money is soon flowing onto a state-issued debit card or a bank account. How is that possible? We asked Jesse Panuccio, who oversees Florida's unemployment benefits.
One of the things in modern society that we want is claimants to have the convenience of a system that is efficient and fast for them.
Panuccio says states are under a federal mandate to get unemployment checks out within 2 weeks. Many times, he says, that has left the state of Florida unable to verify the claims are real.
Does that interfere with stopping fraud?
Well, there's always a balance. There's a balance between being efficient and making sure you have all the integrity you can in the system.
In a 15-month span, Panuccio says his office caught or stopped 97,000 false claims for benefits, preventing about $400 million in fraud. But he has no idea how many fraudulent claims his office didn't catch. He recently raised the alarm with this letter to the U.S. Secretary of Labor, Tom Perez, warning that organized criminal elements have begun attacking public benefit systems on a daily basis. CNN reached out to the U.S. Labor Secretary, who first agreed to an interview. Then his office abruptly canceled. The only explanation from a public affairs staffer saying something about our story didn't, quote, pass the smell test. Instead of answering tough questions, we were sent a statement saying the Department of Labor is fighting fraud with $625 million to modernize and update computer systems, new technologies to improve prevention and detection of improper payments, and creating a web-based processing system that allows for verification of a claimant's eligibility. The statement ends saying, there is no place for fraud and abuse in the UI program.
Andrew Griffin joins us now. I mean, the system seems so easy to manipulate. The police detective who, while she was working, someone was basically stealing her unemployment benefits?
It's a system, Anderson, designed to push the money out first, ask questions later. And in that instance, it took the state at least 3 months to ask the question, is this person, this detective, really unemployed? By then, the crooks had $3,000 of unemployment benefits.
And the Labor Secretary, Tom Perez, I mean, he doesn't want to talk to you about what we can do to stop this fraud. I don't get that.
I don't get it either. This is money that comes out of all of our paychecks. That's where this money comes from. It is taxed money. We wanted to ask tough questions about what's going on with that money. All I can tell you is this cabinet secretary, and quite frankly, Anderson, others, particularly at the VA, simply will not sit down to face tough questions. They hide behind public affairs offices that send out these statements, but no tough questions. And this is a tough question. Where is this money going, and why aren't they stopping it?
It's amazing to me when public servants just refuse to answer questions. I mean, if they had nothing to hide, if they know the answers, why not sit down? It's not as if, you know, I don't get it. We'll keep after him. Drew
Neither do
Griffin,
I.
thanks very much. Keeping him on us.